Hi, everyone. I hope you all know who I am, but some of you may not. I'm Richard Veith, the former chair and the current chief of psychiatry at the University Hospital. And I'm hoping you're having fun this morning, and I apologize for not being with you, but it's for a good cause. I'm actually in Cambodia in one of a series of trips I've been taking the last 3 years to try to help develop mental health care, and that's related to my comments today. You're going to ask me to inform you that we've had a wonderfully successful search for a joint faculty member to head up a division of mental health in the Department of Global Health, shared with the Department of Psychiatry. And that Dr. Pam Collins was one of the very strong candidates who we considered from multiple continents, including our very own Deepa Rao, who was superbly viewed as a highly desirable candidate, and I know she's handling this pretty well. But the person who we are going to have joining us is Dr. Pam Collins. You will have heard about her a little bit, and you will see her CV. She's a remarkably talented and productive person. She spent a number of years at NIMH, where she is extremely well connected and brings a whole broad perspective about global mental health to us. We've had a couple of other candidates, and maybe we'll be able to acquire even some more of them in the process. But first of all, I want to thank Deb Kaysen, who with King Holmes, the first chair of the Department of Global Health, co-chaired the search. I felt it was very well managed and superbly directed by them. And we were very fortunate to end up with these very strong leading candidates. So Pamela Collins is coming in January. You will get to know her. She's very experienced. She's African American. She's going to be a professor, and it's a wonderful achievement for the department to acquire her and con her into coming here. The one issue I wanted to address also for you is to give you some perspective. She's being offered a tenured appointment, and most of you, based on my experience, don't have a clue what that means, other than it sounds good. And that's kind of what it is. Tenure now is mostly symbolic. There are only a few relatively minor faculty code provisions related to having tenure or not. And that's particularly true for those of us in the medical school, where the tenure salary support funds are only a small portion of one's overall compensation. So it's mostly a symbolic thing, but it's very important for people who are coming from outside, because they worry about this. And so the department, right after I became chair in the 1930s, no, it was actually 1998, had a conversation where we said, what are we going to do about the fact that we have many faculty who are very deserving of the appointment to a tenured position, but we only had 20-some appointments. And the decision of the faculty, after a very constructive conversation, was that we should safeguard them for circumstances just like this, to recruit people from outside who aren't in our department, mostly for that purpose. We've also acknowledged sometimes maybe the need to use them for retention, but mostly to attract and secure people from outside the department are going to bring in new talent and new skills that we don't have. And that's precisely what's being recommended here. You'll be seeing a ballot shortly asking for your support for nominating Dr. Collins to an appointment with tenure, which is a little different from our usual request for appointments. I absolutely support this. I felt really fortunate to be on the committee and to meet with her. You're going to be delighted to have her here, and I think it's really important that we communicate to her this level of commitment. So I ask you to support the ballot when it comes out, and I'm sorry I can't be with you today.